Hi, in today's video, I want to talk to you about taking things to the next level as an affiliate marketer. If you get any value from this video, as always, we ask you to like it, please. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I publish a new video to our channel like the one today. So let's move on. Okay, how do you advance? How do you take your business to the next level? Well, the biggest thing is, how do you want to get there? Do you want to get there faster or do you want to get there slower? And what I find is that people think they want to get there faster, but their actions never seem to match up with the pace that they've decided they want to get there with. So what I want to do is tell you a quick story about whether you decide to go fast or go slow, it's still going to hurt either way. So the story starts when I was in my teenage years, and I played basketball. And if you play basketball or you play other sports, you can relate to that. But what I did was I occasionally, you get roughed up a little bit as a teenager playing sports. And what I did was I came down one day with a rebound, and my foot landed right square smack dab, not on where it should have on the floor, but basically hit someone's side of someone's foot and totally rolled it up. I twisted my ankle extremely bad, to the point that within 2 minutes it swelled up like a balloon. I ended up having to go to the doctor, and he looked at me and he said, "Well, this is the third time you've done this." And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, it appears you have stretched your ligaments to a point I'm going to have to wrap it up tight for you." I said, "Oh, okay, sure." So I'd had the ankle injury with the same ankle. I had flipped it a couple times in the past 2 years before that, and it had been bad each time, but never like this. So what he did was he started strapping it up, and I'm thinking he's going to wrap it up with an ace bandage like normal. No, that's not what he did that day. What he did was he took out a smelly jar, I should say, of some adhesive looking stuff. And he had a brush about 2 inches wide, and he starts going up and down on the sides of my shin. And then he takes a big, huge tape, wide, probably a 2 inch wide piece of adhesive tape. And he took it and he had me hold my foot up on the table, the examining table. And he took that tape, went around underneath my foot, and he started bringing it up to the side of one side. And then he came around the other side and brought it up the other side. And while this is happening, I'm sitting there aghast going, wow, I can't say anything to him about it, but that looks like glue to make sure the adhesive stayed and the tape didn't come off. And it's like he created a holster. I had my foot had been wrapped into like a holster. If you ride horses, it's a holster. It's a firm support. It came all the way up to my knee on both sides of my shin. Well, I have had then, and I have very hairy legs. And I'm thinking, how in the world is this ever going to come off? So it came time to take it off about 2 weeks later. My ankle had healed. So I had to decide whether I was going to experience the pain quickly and experience it severely by yanking the tape off, or if I was going to experience it slowly. So over time, I would get it off, but it would take a few days because I would just keep, pulling down a little bit each day, a little day, more a little next day, pour a little bit more the next day, like that. So I had to make a decision. I tried to slow over a couple hours the first day. And then I thought, well, I'll get clever. I soaked it in water. That didn't help either. I realized I was pulling every hair on my leg off as I tried to remove it. I finally decided I'm not going to wait around 3, 4, 5 days having this thing partially on, partially off. So I decided just to rip it off. So I did. I ripped it off on one side, and I went, oh my God, that hurt. And then I had to wait another hour or so before I got the nerve to do the other side. But in a matter of a couple hours, I had it off. So the moral of the story is, as I relate it to affiliate marketing, is that you can either plunge headfirst into this whole thing, take it serious, roll your sleeves up, decide you're going to make the effort, that you're going to build the business, that you know there's X number of hours of work, X number of hours of progression that's going to happen, and just you're going to have sacrifices that are to be made. So as you do that, do I want to do it slowly? Is it going to take me 9 months, 12 months, 15 months, 24 months, 36 months? Oh goodness, I'm going back to where I was before. Or am I going to just make an effort and try to get farther along with it and do it quicker? So anyway, we're going to be talking about taking things to the next level. As I did with my opening story, the things that need to be taken to the next level are the fact that you need to figure out if you're ready to take it seriously. Are you ready to take this opportunity that's presented to you, the one you've been looking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, or maybe only a year and a half, 2 years, but you've worked hard to try to find this opportunity. Now, this is the opportunity you've been looking for. So take it seriously. What does that mean? Well, to me, it meant investing in myself. I had to realize that now is the time. I do what I have to do. I do what I need to do. If I'm told to invest in some tools, if I'm told to invest in a domain, if I'm told to invest in a hosting plan, if I'm told to invest in a monthly fee for an autoresponder, I do it. Why am I doing it? Because I have the plan. I have the plan now. I'm in possession of it. I've taken this serious enough to look at it further, and I'm decided this is what I'm going to do. I'm taking it seriously now, investing in myself. Don't shortchange you. Don't, an example. I am of the age, I don't drink anymore. I don't go out, and everything my wife and I do is we go out to a few restaurants once in a while. Or we go out with our son and his wife who live near us and have a meal with them. But movies, we don't go to many movies anymore. We don't go out drinking. I don't play video games. But whatever your situation is, look at what your situation is, and is there an area that you can cut back on some? Not saying take it away. Just look at what you say, well, I can't afford that. Well, really? I bet if I'd made you seriously put it down on paper, you would see that, yeah, I could cut that from 3 nights a week to 2. Maybe I don't really need the bowling league this next year. Maybe I have done it for 15 years in a row and maybe I'm tired of it. Whatever it is, I'm not picking on any particular activity, but the fact is, invest in yourself, take it seriously. That will help you to take things to the next level for yourself. Okay? That's just very important to be thinking about what it is I want to do. Okay? The next thing is people say, I don't have time. Well, make time. The problem that everybody has is that, and I have had this my whole life, we all get 24 hours a day. How we use it, how we decide to use our 24 hours is going to matter in where we're going and what we're going to accomplish. You've taken this seriously, as in point 1, you've decided to invest in yourself, then don't shortchange you, as I said here. Make the time to make the effort to make sure you're getting done what you need to get done. Like I said, with taking that bandage off of my ankle and my leg, I could have taken it off slow and put up with, having that thing flopping around my leg or my pant legs, whatever, for the next 5, 6 days? Or could I just get serious with it and rip the thing off? And yes, there was some pain. But the fact was, it was going to have to be done anyway. You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to put the time and the effort and the work in. If you don't really want to do that, then this probably isn't the right thing for you. But if you really do want to take things to the next level, you have to make time. You have to find where in your schedule you can cut back, or things that maybe you can eliminate that aren't that important to you. Obviously, we all have family, we all have friends, we all have extracurricular activities we're involved with. All that comes into play. We might have children, might have grandkids, you might have church life, you might be an officer for your gun club, you might be an officer at church, whatever. We all have things. The thing is it time to make the time, seriously make the time now for what it is I need to do so I can take things to the next level. Okay? Now, the third point I wanted to bring up is just basically stop making excuses. Be accountable to yourself. How do I be accountable to myself? Well, first off, do not lie to myself. Do not kid myself. I heard this years ago. One of the 10 commandments should become the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not kid thyself. Because the easiest person to kid into doing something is you. Other people judge me by what I say I'm going to do. But I judge myself by my own intentions. I don't judge myself by the results. Other people will judge you by your results. So it's very important. Just cut the crap. Stop lying to yourself. Stop saying, I'll do it when this get done. I'm too tired tonight. I have this weekend. I have this sporting event. That was mine. This was mine. I love sports. I love watching sports. I used to love participating in sports. I always had to keep up with scores in sports leagues. I couldn't miss the game of the week. I wasn't sitting down maybe to watch it, but I still was involved, and I hovered around the scores as they came in. There was a lot of time went by. I could be precisely making effort that was going to make a difference in my long-term results for my business. Here it is, point 4. Do it. Simply do it. Like Nike says, do it. Take the necessary action now. We have a term in digital nomads that says, I have no 0 days. Every day, try to do something, whether it be half an hour, an hour and a half, whatever you have, whatever you can whittle away in your schedule. Don't make excuses anymore about not taking action. Procrastinators never did anything of importance. They're always procrastinating. You can't do that. You're bargaining with yourself. You're lying to yourself. Stop making excuses. Take action now. Just decide. Simple decision. Quality decision, but simple decision. I'm going to do this. If it kills me to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to accomplish it. Personally, I have a goal that I was taken down with cancer 7 years ago. I am bound and determined this is going to work for me. So now I'm decided, I'm putting the effort in. I have found the mentor. Philip is my mentor. I found the person I listen to. He says, do it, I do it. He says, well, don't do that, I don't do it. Whatever it is I need to do, I do it now. I do it now. I don't do it later. I do it now. Make the effort and I do it. I take care of myself in my future by doing it now. I know that my action today will cause something good to happen 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months from now, maybe even 2 years from now, maybe even 3 years from now. I have posts on one of my websites that are now, after 3.5 years, starting to take off and get more traffic. Did I ever think that one post was going to do that back in 2017 when I created it? No, I did not. I couldn't see that. Just like I can't see some of the stuff that Philip keeps telling me I can do and what's going to happen in my future. But I trust him and I will do it. I will do it now. I will take necessary action. I will no longer procrastinate. Okay? So this is what you have to do to take things to the next level, is take it seriously, what you're doing. Invest in yourself. Don't shortchange yourself by saying, I can't afford it. Find a way to afford it. You're looking at a long-term project, not a short-term project. Make the time. You need to find the time to do the work that's necessary. Number 3, stop making excuses. Be accountable to yourself. Be accountable to a mentor. A mentor, a mentor, a mentor. Find yourself someone that will guide you and be there to keep you on the straight and narrow, keep you focused, going where you want to go. And the last thing is just simply do something. For years, I bought programs I looked at, trained them for a week or two, dismissed them as not that important, and bought another one. I started all over again, did it over and over. Well, rinse and repeat, but I was rinse and repeating the wrong thing. So the thing is, I hope these 4 points hit home a little bit with you. If they did, please give me a thumbs up and like my video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and while you're at it, hit the bell icon so that every time I publish another video, so you automatically are getting notified of any new content I have. And thank you for watching. So long.